Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Drawing with Mr. Sepulveda. I'm Mr. Sepulveda, and on today's episode, we've got another redraw. Today's redraw is brought to you by my student Ellison in my 5th grade class at W.R. Odell Elementary School. She drew a strawberry cow following a prompt from a YouTube video. And so I decided to go ahead and not only just do a redraw, but I wanted to do this differently than my other ones. And so I wanted to attempt to paint a redraw using some acrylic paint markers. And so I first started off by creating the sketch and design for this strawberry cow. I thought the body was great, the tail was great, the little hat or hair of the cow looked pretty cool. I wanted to mess around a little bit by drawing the attention to the cow in the center of the page, but also I wanted to frame it, and so I used 2 bushes in the very front to help guide the viewer's eye to the cow in the center. I went ahead and put some grass right underneath it so I can ground him, and then I kind of did some hills or mountains or plains or what have you in the very background of the cow, and of course I had a sky and some clouds. The cow itself actually begins to look more like a strawberry pig cow hybrid, and so I end up fixing the face, or make an attempt to fix the face near the end of it. But I think ultimately a lot of this was turning out pretty great. I had a lot of fun using like a mix between my Posca paint markers, my Fumile paint markers, and just trying to work with this mixed media paper. Some of the challenges I found was that with this mixed media paper, I think because I erased a decent amount, that some of those eraser shavings or some of the pieces of the paper were chipping away and kept getting onto my paint marker, which made it a little bit difficult. So you'll see more often than not, I'm going to try to clean up that paint marker with a scrap piece of paper. You can see that there on the left-hand corner of your screen. And when I was making the strawberry cow, I opted to not give it udders, although I thought it would have been kind of a cool idea to have that. But I also wanted to kind of put in some strawberry milk. If you ever remember hearing, well, you know, strawberry cows produce strawberry milk. I thought I could play with that, but I actually avoided doing it because I just wasn't sure how it was going to be taken. So the cow itself ends up being 3 different shades of pink. Of course, again, it looks kind of like a pig here, but I do make the attempt to fix it. This was a little bit more challenging than most of my other redraws, because most of my other redraws happen to be character-based, where I have a character to redraw, and I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit better with human anatomy than I think animal anatomy. I'll let you guys be the judge. Maybe it's just a preference that I get a character like a human character, or something, or animal human hybrid, so I at least have anatomy that I feel most comfortable to work with. I think the challenge here with the painting was kind of cool. I'm not a very patient person, so I think with waiting for the paint to dry, I think that was probably my least favorite part. I would have to put a layer down and then wait for a while so that I could lay down the next one. The best part about the Fumile and the Posca is, like, for the most part, they dry up pretty quickly, but if you use a lot of the ink in there generously, right, and I mean generously, then it does take a little while. I think most of the gradients here worked out great. I really like this black that helps pop out the color. This was something that I've noticed in a lot of like paint marker videos where they lay down the color and then finish off with the outline, and so that's what I was attempting to do here. And then I also have like a very thin black Posca paint marker. It's one of my only ones. I think I've got like 2 or 3 that's that thin versus all the other ones that are about like a 0.7 millimeter versus like a 0.3 millimeter. I was finishing up with some details here, making sure everything was looking okay. And then of course I was going to go in here a little bit later and add in some final details. So I kind of came in with a white gel pen, try to clean up the clouds a little bit, because digitally, I feel like it would look one way, but when I was doing it with paint, I wasn't quite getting the feel of a cloud like I thought I would. And then I wanted to add in some highlights like I would digitally. So I think just trying to break out of the digital realm versus this traditional realm when it came to painting was a little bit out of my comfort zone. I think ultimately this turns out pretty cool. I do make the addition of strawberries onto the bush to go along with the strawberry cows. But I will say this, those strawberries, I guess, aren't as strawberry shaped as I would like them to be, but I think they came out all right. I may have overdone it a little bit with the seeds on the outside. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of sign off here. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Let me know what you think about this strawberry cow, especially when you guys see the little fix that I make, because right now it looks like a strawberry pig cow hybrid, but you let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you guys have a redraw of a character that you'd like me to redraw for you, go ahead, look at the description down below, send me an email of your character in the description, and I would be more than happy to take on that task. You guys have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.